So it's been so great getting to talk to Chelsea about her day-to-day in the science of airplanes and aviation. And now I really want to learn a little bit about you as a person, how you got into the field, what makes you tick. So how exactly did you discover your passion for aviation and electrical engineering?
So it started since I was 4 years old, and that's not normal. You don't have to know what you want to do when you're 4 years old. I'm a little bit of an oddity. My dad was working on Space Station in Huntsville, and my parents had me pretty much surrounded by STEM. I've loved space since I was a kid because of my parents, and because I grew up in Huntsville, I had a very strong exposure to space and aviation very early because that's where the Redstone Arsenal is, and that's where a lot of the Apollo program and the space program began. Here, after I moved, I found the Museum of Flight since my dad could get a membership through Boeing, and came here, fell in love with it, and I think essentially I've grown up here. So my love and passion for space and aviation, and more recently my passion for getting kids, especially young ladies, into STEM has just been nurtured and developed and absolutely supported by my parents and then the wonderful staff here at the Museum of Flight.
Yeah, this museum is baller. I can't think of another word, but there's so many different kinds of airplanes that you could find an interest in any kind, even if you don't like flying like me. So, yeah, but not to hate on flying, it's really cool, but I'm getting better. So at work, like, how does your day start? What does it look like? What are just the general day-to-day that you do?
So it kind of depends on what the day is. If I'm supporting production, then my day starts down at my desk in Kent, where I catch up on any design meetings I need to attend for my system, which is mission computing on the PA. I start there, see if there's anything I need to attend to, and then when the testing starts, I go to what's called a pre-brief. It's when we find out what the flight is going to do or what the test is going to do, all of our test objectives for the day, and then when they're going to leave and when they're going to come back and who the crew is, so we can be best prepared to support the airplane when it goes out and comes back in.
Oh, wow.
Some days it will be a very, very good day where like yesterday, it leaves and it doesn't come back. Other days it will leave the gate and come right back in, and then you're gonna have an interesting day.
Oh, wow.
So it really varies but based on what production is doing, but I'll start my day in Kent and then I'll probably come up here to the flight line. And I will go check on most of the aircrafts with the plane captains, and then I will go over to the factory and check on our production aircraft and see how they're doing on their way to come into test. So it always changes slightly. I love it because it is varied. And then when you throw school on top of it, it's usually start day in Kent, go to my classes for my PhD, come back to work, support airplane, go home.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a ton of fun. I love it. Really, really interesting problems crop up. It's always something new.
What's the weirdest problem? I mean, will it make sense to us?
What's the weirdest problem that I've seen? I wasn't there for it, but apparently we had some fun with our system and some computer power supplies a few years ago that required the Boeing Fire Department. That sounded like it would have been really fun to see. Here at Boeing Field, they're down the field and they have to come up all the way to the top of the flight line in fewer than 2 minutes. So it would have been fun to see that happen. Now, looking back on it, at that time it probably wasn't all that fun for my coworkers, but I haven't seen an interesting one crop up yet. We'll see.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
I have some great coworkers, and thanks to their work, I think most of it's been hammered out.
Oh, that's awesome. So you mentioned earlier when you were talking about your passion for aviation that you have a passion for getting young girls involved in STEM especially. So where does that come from? Why is that so important to you?
So when I was a kid, I saw that my mom was one of very few people who were in a professional setting in engineering. I didn't see a whole lot of female engineers when I was a kid. And to this day, I still don't see a large number of female engineers. Not to say that it's not improving, it definitely is, and with STEMbox, it's helping to cultivate a a new generation of young ladies interested in the sciences. But I came here to the museum, and I think through a lot of working with the educators and learning a lot about what the problems were in STEM education and why it was, quite frankly, odd when I was a kid to be interested in what I was interested in. I wasn't interested in dolls. I was interested in robots and tearing things apart and putting them all back together again. And it was odd, and I wanted to know why it was odd. And so I started finding out why it was considered a little weird to be interested in the, quote, masculine things that I was interested in. And I wanted to change that because I didn't want any young lady who was interested in what I was interested in, but also interested in, cheerleading or dance or the arts side of education. I guess now it's the art side of STEAM.
Yeah.
But I didn't want her to feel like I felt. So I have, since I was probably 16, been here at the museum, and I've worked with teen volunteer programs to increase female participation in our programs in STEM. But also I have set out to be a mentor in Amelia Zero Club recently. It's an all-girls after-school type club, on the weekend type club, extracurricular that we have here. I meet with young ladies at Boeing. I have tried to help keep our female participation in our Washington Aerospace Scholars Program. I just find it so important to show people and to sit with them and say, hey, you're not alone.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's so important.
It's changing the culture, and I want to make it comes right down to what I said earlier. I want to make sure that no young lady feels like she's odd or out of place for liking engineering or anything technical. And that really drives me still, because it was such a hard part of my childhood.
Totally.
School.
Totally understandable.
But
you're awesome for doing what you do, and thank you so much
as well.
for trying. But no, that's so great. Like, really, thank you so much for sharing that, because I don't think enough people, they think their experiences are so singular and that they're being sensitive as to what's happening around them. But then once you grow up and you start to learn about the different numbers and other people's experiences, you realize it's not just you.
No.
And so it's like really important that you realize that, and that it's so helpful.
And
so thanks, yeah.
I really want to help create a supportive culture in engineering as well, because I've seen too many women tear each other down rather than build each other up. It's hard enough being a woman in STEM, and then to have to compete or have to deal with other women trying to constantly rip you down. That's another culture that I want to change.
Definitely. So it comes from both sides.
Yes, but it starts at your level, where you're inspiring these young girls to work together and to explore their interests. And the Amelia Zero Club level, where it's collaboratively working and supporting each other as a team, versus I guess where we are right now at our age, with a totally different generational viewpoint on women in engineering.
Yeah.
So hopefully it gets better.
I think it will, with more programs like Amelia's Club and STEMbox. I think for sure we're headed in the right direction. Yeah,
Advice.
so any advice you have for young girls who might be interested in pursuing any sort of aviation, piloting, engineering degree?
So first of all is follow what you're interested in. Keep exploring, so that's number one. Keep exploring and find people to help you explore. So if your mom, your dad, your neighbor, your cousin's best friend, et cetera, relations go all over the place with trying to find people who are doing something you find interesting. Ask them about it, ask lots of questions. Number two is find a mentor. Not in the traditional sense, hi, I'm your mentor, sit across from me at a table, we'll discuss X, Y, and Z today. Find someone who you can really talk to and trust, and who can be a soundboard for you when you have questions or problems or need help, who does something really cool that you're interested in. If you figure out that you're not necessarily interested in what they're doing, that's okay, but you get along with them, that's great too. Keep exploring, keep being curious, keep trying to figure out what you want to do, not knowing when you're 4 is okay, not knowing when you're 24 is okay too. So there's that, and then let's see here. Keep exploring, ask lots of questions, and find a mentor. More keep exploring, and take care of yourself. Don't try to do it all. If you're not feeling well, let your parents know, or if you're somebody my age who's watching this, take care of yourself. Your health is more important than trying to be a perfectionist, and I know there are lots of overachievers out there. Health will prevent you from doing a lot of what you want to do if you don't take care of yourself. And it's, number 5 is have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun with what you do, because if you don't have fun with what you do, you're not going to enjoy doing it, and it's going to be hard to get out of bed when you're older and our age and go to work. So find what you love as a passion and figure out a way to make money from it. And education is also very important. School may seem tedious, school may seem like it's not worth it in the end, but it's absolutely worth it, because even though you may not enjoy doing some of the basic stuff, because who doesn't like times tables? They actually do come in handy.
Yeah.
And it's a door that opens a lot more opportunities in the future.
So it's been amazing getting to talk to Chelsea about everything that she does for Boeing and what her work is with the Museum of Flight. So thank you so much for making it out today. This has been so much fun getting to talk to you.
I've had a ton of fun with you guys this morning and talking to both you and your listeners indirectly. But thank you so much for the opportunity. I've had a really great time.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Well, we'll see you guys next time on STEMbox. Next month, we're going to be playing with circuits. Stay tuned for that. Till then, we'll see you later. Bye, guys.
Circuits?
Yeah.